Tim, it was always going to be pretty tough with the injury toll you've got and the blokes around.
We're not going to offer any excuses. We just weren't good enough today, that's it. Not much we can offer. We were, first 20 minutes, we were in the game. First 20 minutes, second half, we held them, but the last part of each half, we just weren't strong enough. Nothing bounced our way either. So the only positive, I suppose, is we came out with no further injuries to this current squad, and some chance of a couple coming back next week.
Who have you got coming back? Who have you got coming back?
Oh, I think Galloway and Molson will both be available. With a long week to the Monday, it's probably a bonus for us to lick our wounds and get ourselves back, get our heads around where we need to be and what we need to do, and get some training in. It was a bit short this week, but make some decisions on selections and then get on with it.
First half was obviously where the damage was done.
Did at me after us, yeah. That really broke us a little, I think. And maybe an opportunity to score in a corner that we blew, like that. Little things like that change games and took the pressure off and put the pressure on us. So 4-1 penalty count, I think, at 2 at half time, those sort of things.
It's a tough time at the moment, Robbie. Confident you can turn it around and get some players back?
Confident at the moment, probably not after that, but we've been in this situation before, so we're not out of it. We've made things hard for ourselves. We're out of the 8 now. We're chasing, so we're not in the position we'd like to be. But we've got 5 games left, and we've just got to go out there and try and win as many of them as we can.
It was obviously going to be a big argument today. I think those guys missing.
Yeah, it was, but we're confident with the team we had, but we just didn't play the way we liked. And when your 2 playmakers, myself and Benji, players, that's probably the worst game I've played in a long time. And I don't think Benji will be too happy with his game either. And we control that team, touch the ball the most out of any other players, and when we play poorly, we're not going to win games. So there are other things that went wrong, but I guess when individuals, and myself included, aren't playing well, we're not going to give ourselves a chance.
Obviously, switching positions doesn't help, though.
Oh, it doesn't, and that was always going to be hard, with the injuries we had and the fact we had to chop and change there. But I've been around a while, so I thought I could handle it, but obviously I didn't do as well as I would have liked.
Is that a fair assessment, Tim, or being harsh on himself?
Look, I think all the players would say the same about the game. No one, the people tried hard, but just we didn't work together as a unit. Defensively and offensively, and by the end of each half we were brain dead, so we looked worse. Chasing points to get back into the second half, we looked like an A-grade side. It was pretty disappointing. Nothing like we'd prepared to do, but short preparation, and it was difficult. We only really got that one session yesterday to get things right, so that doesn't help. That's the problem. Well, when I say that's the problem, that's everyone faces that issue during a season. With a Monday game to a weekend game, you've got to be ready to play.
It's the way, Robbie mentioned that I think you dropped to 10th after today. Obviously the sides around you that are winning now that are pushed ahead of you. I mean, the problem is your destiny's not in your own hands, no matter what happens.
Well, it is. We just got to play as desperate as we have to, as everyone else is playing. In this situation, you've just, there's no. It's amazing the strength you find when you're in that position. So we need to be, as Gold Coast and other clubs who are playing with that desperation and that, we've got to keep winning mentality. Well, that's where we're at now. I think there's a little bit of in the group. How good we got a result last night for us. We got a result. 2 sides got beat that we wanted to get beat instead of worrying about our own situation. There's a bit of that. I can smell that. So we haven't got that opportunity now. They've gone past us, and with a scoreline like that, it doesn't help. You finish equal 8th, you could get eliminated. That happened to us not so long ago, a few years ago. By Broncos put us out because there was 90 points over a season difference in for and against. So, you know, that's what scorelines like that can do to you too.
You say you thought the players wouldn't look at the results and...
No, I'm not saying that's I've said there's a bit of that within the group. You know, that, you know, it's within the community too, you know, oh, we're still there, you know, so-and-so got beat and so on. It's nothing that, that's not, you know, from the point of view of everybody at West Tigers, it's a bit of that, you know, you're looking behind you, you're always looking at the draw instead of worrying about your own, you know, how desperate we should have been today.
And the good thing is when this side's shown in the past that it needs to win games, it can win. It often brings out the best in this team.
Yeah, it does. As I say, amazing how strong you can be when strength is the thing you have to rely on. So, in other words, this week we've got to go out to win a game of football. Simple as that. Pretty much the season's gone. So when you get down to that sort of situation, you know, if we're not desperate enough to win that sort of, you know, come out and play for 80 minutes this weekend, then we don't deserve to be there. But we're not out of it, as Robbie said. With 5 games to go, there are a few clubs out of it. At least we're not in that situation right yet, but at the minute. So, you know, given some of the issues with some of our key people still not back, we've still got some work to do with the current group.
Tim, you speak about the Monday night factor, you said it a few times. Obviously, using the Cowboys both went down this weekend, and you've got a Monday night game again next week. Is that something you dread, you know, when you look at going forward into the end of the season?
Well, the Monday night game this week will probably be good in this respect. It gives us some time to lick our wounds and get a couple of people back. However, the Monday night normally is a night the boys don't enjoy. I don't think too many clubs do. It's a long week to sit around and wait, and then of course it's a short week the next week. So it's a double whammy in that regard.
So is that almost a concern? I know it's 2 weeks away, but is that almost a concern? I know it's 2 weeks away, but is that almost a concern in your head for 2 weeks' time?
Oh, no. No, I'm worried about this weekend on Monday. Look, everyone goes through it. It's not an excuse. All I'm saying is that the Monday nights can often, particularly if you travel, Monday night can be a pretty tough game. Yeah.
Guys, thank you.
No pressure.